Drafting De'Aaron Fox is probably the only good or great move that general manager Vlade Divac made. In return, Fox did all he could to try and keep Divac's job. In the bubble, Fox averaged 26 points, 7.5 assists on over 50% from the field, despite the offense constantly working against his strengths. Last season, the Kings were 4th in three-point percentage and 3rd in pace, which mainly benefited De'Aaron Fox, who can outsprint anyone on the court, and when defenses send help, he can dish to any number of now wide-open three-point threats. Under Walton, the point guard's greatest strength as a rocket in transition has been completely mitigated, even though when pushed to sprint, he can score with ease, as we see here. Superstars outperform the worst systems, which is what Fox has done this season, but especially in Orlando during the most important stretch of games. His dominance started in the first game against San Antonio. Fox attacked the rim like Gordon Ramsay attacks shitty restaurant owners' souls. With only one true center playing for the Spurs, the paint was often open, and Fox violated the rim over and over and over again, ending up with a new career high 39 points. What makes him so dangerous in the half court is multi-leveled. At first is obviously his speed. Similar to Russell Westbrook, he just has such a rapid-fire crossover or rip-through that no player can stop. He is so fast cutting through defenses that language can't aptly describe it. And if teams don't send help quickly, it's an easy 2 points for the Kings. When someone meets him at the rim, he goes straight into the body and uses his forward momentum and strength to push off, but the way that he contours his body in the air is often what gives him a clean look. But it's not often a straight line to the rim, and Fox has to throw counters like he's in a fight, effortlessly dodging all incoming help before making a pass, finishing a tough layup, or completely stopping to get off a little pop shot at the rim. Similar to Vince Carter, it's not just his otherworldly athleticism, but also his complete control of his body when going 100 miles per hour that separates him from simply a superlative athlete to an all-star. Dave Joerger took advantage of that otherworldly talent by pushing the team to run and run. This season, Fox is more often walking the ball up the court, which forces him to fight so much harder on every possession. Last season, the team ran the most transition plays and scored the second highest points per possession on transition opportunities, while this year the team hardly ever runs in transition and their points per game and winning percentage are way down as an effect. Since Fox isn't pushed to be a bullet piercing through ballistic gel, he has to find other ways to dominate, which is what he showed against the Dallas Mavericks, scoring all over the half court. With an elite rim protector and Kristaps Porzingis often on the court, Fox could not go to the rack on every possession, so he settled for shots often between 3 and 15 feet from the rim. Yet he shot 50% on all jumpers and floaters below the three-point line. It was even more impressive against the New Orleans Pelicans, where he shot 64% on all mid-range shots. He put such insane pressure on the defense to protect the rim at all times, like they're conservatives defending Trump, that they will always let him take those shots, but he's turning those settling shots into an efficient offense. People will focus on the three-point percentage to derive that he can't shoot, but having a reliable mid-range on top of his absurd 66% shooting at the rim, and how the hell are you stopping him? And look at how he gets these shots. He can turn from full-on sprinting to stopping and rising for a shot quicker than your high school friends fade away in college. And even when he starts to shoot, defenders will still stay close to the rim because he is such a threat there that he can get off a wide-open shot away from the rim at almost any time he chooses. And that mid-range efficiency wasn't just a bubble phenomenon, but a reliable regular season shot. Fox averaged 49% on long twos and 44% on all twos not at the rim for the entire season, which is in the 72nd percentile for guards according to Cleaning the Glass. And every shot not at the rim is a win for the defense, but when you're this efficient at your second best shot attempt, a shot that the defense will always give you, then the defense is always at a disadvantage. In the playoffs last season, Kawhi Leonard defeated the Milwaukee Bucks, the second best defense in the league, by consistently hitting that mid-range shot. Defenders are going to give Fox that space his whole career, but he isn't allowing it to be a prison, a punishment for not being a shooter. Instead, he's turned it into an efficient stop and changed the biggest weakness he had coming into the league into one of his strengths. When Fox isn't breaking rims or shooting in the paint, he's at the foul line. Fox is the only guard in the Kings who gets to the line consistently. He went 6 times per game in the bubble and got fouled in almost 18% of his shot attempts during the regular season, a higher rate than any other point guard and even higher than James Harden had the previous 3 seasons. Fox going to the line brings more points per possession than a wide open Steph Curry 3, and he creates more of these opportunities than any other point guard. And he does it all on his own. If you want beautiful basketball, you don't watch the Sacramento Kings. Fox makes them somewhat competitive anyway by saying, okay, I'll do it all myself, assisted on only 21% of his shots. The only point guards who are assisted less are Chris Paul and Damian Lillard. Coaches should design plays and schemes that highlight their best players' strengths. Luke Walton does the opposite by allowing players who thrive on catch and shoot to dribble more and players who dominate while the defense is scrambling to play a slower, Chris Paul-esque offense. Fox prevails despite these obstacles, and because of his speed, change of direction, intelligence, and body control, has become one of the best point guards in the league. Opposing guards and bigs have no hope to contain him going to the rim, so the defense has to concede to fouling or allowing wide open mid-range shots, which Fox has learned to take advantage of. So, although the Sacramento Kings' future looks bleak, fans can at least be happy that they found a leader for their team who can power through any obstacle. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, pee-pee, poo-poo, and follow me on Twitter to talk more hoops.